So, I really have no clue what I'm doing up here, but Jackie asked me to do this, and it's her fault if you don't like what I'm doing. And I'm going to start with the magic trick. Na 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 na. My impersonations are like, you gotta guess who I'm doing, okay? You ready? Hello!
Linda.
No?
Robin Williams?
Yes! Go ahead. Mrs. Doubtfire! Yes! That was great! I didn't think anyone would get it. So, when Jackie asked me to do a skit, I was like, when I we went away for the weekend, we're sitting by the campfire and didn't need to drink, and I'm just talking and entertaining the crowd. She's like, oh, you gotta come, you gotta come, you gotta do a skit. So I'm like, I can't do it. Like, I just talk naturally. I make a fool of myself and make fun of people. I can't do it, like, on cue. So then I remembered I teach exercise at the I used to teach at the YMCA, and I used to wear a microphone. And I remember how dangerous that was. Once my endorphins kicked in, I'd be like, so one of the examples of that was, I taught a seniors class, and we did aerobics, and I had more men than women in the class. As men get older, they realize they need to do things with exercise, right? So I had one man, he was like 89 years old, and he was so proud of how high he could kick his leg. He'd be, and I'd watch him, and I'd always worry that he was going to fall backwards. So we're doing the grapevine, and then kick, grapevine, kick, and I didn't want him to kick so high because I didn't want him to fall, and I didn't want to have to do CPR, ever, ever. So I have the microphone on, and I said, it's not how high you can get it, it's how hard you can make it. And I went, right after I said it, I couldn't teach the rest of my class. I swear to God. I couldn't, I just laughed. They all laughed, and seniors are great. Seniors just know everything. So I taught at the YMCA in North Attleboro, and this was before they did renovations, and when I taught senior aerobics, it was in the gym. And the gym was aerobics, it was summer camp, it was everything. So I was new there, and I'm teaching, and I look in the door. It was a door with a window about this big, and there's all these men, like, watching me. And I'm like, wow, I still have it. I felt so good. And then I'm done teaching, and they run in. They're like, you're running 15 minutes late. We're supposed to play basketball now. Shit! So I'll tell you a quick little story when I was in college, and all of this, I went to a college that I think they all did. It was famous for drugs, but I never did any because I didn't need to. So I met my new roommate. I was going to room with a girl to save money, and I was student teaching my last semester. And I go to her, I went to meet her and all these people that I never met before, and they're smoking a joint. And they're passing it around. And I'm like, and I go to leave. An hour later, I go to leave to head home. And I went and opened the door and went in the closet. I went in the closet. And I stayed in the closet because I was so embarrassed. And then I came out and went home. So, then then years later, I get married and I have children. And when my daughter was about 14, she came over with some of her friends, and she rarely brought friends home. I just don't understand that one. So she finally comes over with a friend, and they went in my big family room, and I thought they might have been drinking. So I said to I can use the napkin again. I was like, oh my God, I think they're drinking. I was in the kitchen. I said, I gotta go check. So I walk, and my daughter's sitting on the couch, and I drop the napkin, and then I go. And she's got 4 friends. She looks at me and says, Mom, did you just sniff me? You think I was drinking? Oh, it's too funny. So the last little story I want to share is about my mom. And I teach Zumba. Anybody know what that is?
Yeah.
It's a lot of this stuff. So it was last year at Christmas, and I needed to learn my new Zumba songs to teach them in 1 week. So my mom raised 12 children, and she was the type of person that you did what she said when she said it. And there was no 2 ways about it. And even when I was 51, when I'd go and visit, if my mom said something, you did it. So I had to learn my Zumba songs. And she wanted me to help my brother-in-law with something. And normally I would just do it, but I was under the gun. I said, Mom, I can't help you right now. I have to do this. So I'm in my sister's TV room, and I have my tape in, and I'm watching it, and I'm doing my Zumba, which is a lot of this, right? And she's got no clue. She thinks I'm wasting my time. She's sitting behind me on the couch, and she wants me to help her with something. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I just can't. And she's mad. She's so mad. So I'm going like this, and she's back there going, humph, humph, like breathing heavy and like really mad at me. So then she finally says,